TV series called 7th Street Theater.
It's different. It's not necessarily the
And providentially owned.
The festival is here just a few.
We're here at the Gideon Film Festival. It is day 3. We're halfway through. We just now got out of the movie The Shunning with a Q&A followed by Brian Bird and Sandra Van Netta, who had a starring role in the movie. And right now, Brian Bird is here to join us. Brian, you've been in the business for a long time. What, 25 years?
Yes, I've been kicking around for 25 years. I'm
doing some good stuff, though.
Well, I've been trying at least. I'm sort of like one of those old punch-drunk fighters in those old movies, too stupid to stay down, after I get punched. But no, it's an honor to be at the Gideon. This is my first time here. We're thrilled to share the shunning with the conference tonight. It was a really powerful experience. We made it in North Carolina, which is appropriate, back in North Carolina. But it's a very, very, powerful movie that we're deeply proud of, and we're excited that Hallmark is interested in actually doing the sequel now, so we're starting to work on that.
You just made the announcement of that. Tell us a little bit about the sequel.
Well, the sequel is, as The Shunning is also based on a novel by Beverly Lewis, the New York Times best-selling author of, and probably the top-selling author of Amish fiction. And so her first book was The Shunning, and the next book was called The Confession. It's a continuation of The Shunning, and so that's part of a 3-book series, and so The Confession is the one we're starting to develop right now.
Okay, very exciting. Now, this was co-produced with Michael Landon Jr. You've been doing a few projects with him now? Right.
Michael and I have been partners for about 5 years now. We started a company called Believe Pictures, and this is our 5th film together. Mostly we make films based on best-selling Christian fiction, faith-based fiction, and have enjoyed that process. It's is a strong fan base for those books. A lot of times the networks and the studios, they like to have a loyal fan base to bring along with the movie. So we're happy to make films in that genre. It's a terrific genre to work in, and
kind of like an instant success there.
Yeah, it's what you do is you bring a lot of fans to the party already, right? Before you even shoot a frame of film, and they're loyal readers, and so they're all curious about whether you're going to mess up their favorite author's book.
Well, you did not mess up this one.
Well, we hope not. We hope not. We heard from a few people that were a little disappointed in certain aspects of it, but most people were just thrilled, and the best part for us is that Beverly was thrilled with the movie. She loved how we adapted her book, and books and movies are two different creative things. They just are. You can't look at them as the same thing. A movie is a movie and a book is a book, and so when authors and fans can appreciate the fact that a movie is just its own entity. It stands alone. It took 200 people to make The Shunning, so it's its own thing. But we love the idea that we're able to tell these stories and to be as faithful as we can to the existing novel, the creative content that Beverly has given the world.
Yeah, and this was very successful on Hallmark. What was the statistic you gave us?
Yeah, well, this movie had 3 million viewers on April 16th when it first aired. So they were thrilled. Hallmark was thrilled. They definitely got a nice bump in terms of the ratings from what they normally get, and that's just because we're living in a multimedia world. There are 1,000 choices that everybody has, and so finding an audience with all the choices that everybody has is a big challenge. And so we were really excited that Bev's fans showed up. They showed up in droves to see the movie, and that's the reason Hallmark would be interested in doing more.
Yeah. So you're also working on another one with a Jeanette Oakes story.
Yeah, Michael Landon. I wasn't involved in these. It was prior to when we formed our company, but Michael did a a fabulous series called the Love Comes Softly series, which is Jeanette Oak is sort of the queen mother of all Christian authors, fiction authors, and that was her top-selling series. I think there were 7 or 8 books in that series. Love Comes Softly, Love's Enduring Promise. I mean, they all have love in the title. And so Michael actually wrote and directed and produced the first 4 of those for the Hallmark Channel. They were very successful for Hallmark, the top-rated movies that in the channel's history. And they did really, really well in the DVD market because people wanted to have them in their collection. And so we now are about to embark together on the next series of Jeanette Oak films, or books, I should say. The first one is called When Calls the Heart, and that's part of a 5-book series by Jeanette Oak. So we're excited to get rolling, cameras rolling on that in the next few months.
Okay, lots of exciting stuff. Well, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it, and we're excited to see more great stuff down the road with what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. And we have tomorrow coming up is the banquet and closing ceremonies. It's going to be hosted by Michael Joyner. So I'm really looking forward to that. We also have an interview with Michael Joyner tomorrow right before the banquet. So make sure you come back. Christian Movie Connect.